we have something that I'm going to share with you guys. Mostly, I'm going to share it with you that, we now have a new company. We have started over. There will be a video out coming later today. That will show you guys what I am currently utilizing for mods, everything that I have currently set up, and everything. And it's been a while since I have sat here and played Euro Truck in a hot minute. So I've been doing some testing. I've been trying to see what we've been figuring it out through all of the issues going on. I've had some issues trying to crash. I started over on a new profile. I've literally cleared out the whole entire profile, started a whole new career. We'll see if this changes and fixes anything, because it could be that I was using a Windows profile and not a Linux profile. So we will see how things go with that. Currently, we are taking a job. Currently not my truck. Through Europe. And currently we are I am not gonna change the setup of the vehicle just yet. I know you are coming, but hey, I have enough time that I can turn. Anyway, so we have basically literally just switched over to a Linux profile. I'll probably have like a Linux profile, and then I'll probably have my Windows profile. And I think that's just gonna be our best bet. I think I was doing that prior, but anyway. So if you guys also want to know what mods I'm using and things, there will be a video coming out later today. That will allow you guys access to the content that we are utilizing for Euro Truck, utilizing for American Truck, and stuff. This basically, I went and showed you guys. I know it's going to be an hour-long video, but it was originally going to be an hour-and-a-half long video. I went and cut out how to basically go through and put mods into play. I probably could have cut it down even further, but I did not do that. I am not going to be... I want to be able to, like, it's an hour-long video. If you want a shorter video on how to start a company, we can do that. But unfortunately, I am not going to go through and start every stinking profile or stinking game up for it, because every time I do, I'm not going to show you guys how to start up a new company and then have to turn around and come do this. But I will show you guys the mods and things. If you want a shorter video, a shorter content, I can do that. But I will leave it up there for that hour-long video that's coming out later today. Basically, it's going to show you just the mods for 1.57 for Euro Truck and American Truck. American Truck will be on the current setup profile for it, so I'm not going to change that per se. So that's basically all I'm doing is doing a lot of stuff to update and stuff. But anyway, there is some things within the game that pretty much I am absolutely found myself enjoying Euro Truck. I found myself enjoying the game. It's one of those relaxing games that um, I enjoy to relax and just drive sometimes. Um, I also will show you guys, like, I've done this many times, but I'm not gonna go and show you. I do want you guys to know that creating a new profile or creating a new career, we can. I could show you, but then I'll just delete the career afterwards. Now can, since it's 1.57, I wish that we could just change the name of the career. Have one for like Microsoft. I'll have one for Windows and one for Linux, to be honest, so that way I can just say, hey, I want to start a new career. I have one for Linux, I have one for Microsoft, but then I don't really want to go and entrust in it. But anyway, so we have a couple of things that really do pertain to what I've been doing lately. Um, I know I haven't been live streaming in the afternoon lately. I know I've been live streaming at night. Um, and there's a reason why I've only been live streaming out at night instead of during the day, is because I've been working on a game that I'm quite for sure I'm a little bit ready to tell you about it. Of course, I'm going to use it in the term of the name of the game. First off, you are pretty much going to the name of the game. Sorry, the name of the game is A Very Blunt RPG. A lot of people would have probably think, just by the title without looking at the name or looking out at anything, that the name is literally what it says. It is literally called A Very Blunt RPG. A Very Blunt RPG basically is a weed-based game about weed, but it is done in the sense of this game is built around the center of AI in some way, shape, or form. Okay, it's got a little bit of AI assets in it. There is a reason why I'm doing it. It is basically built around utilizing the default RPG Maker assets with modifications. So just be aware of that. I do want to let you know with that to what you want to do with it, but that modification into the game basically means that or within it, but it's basically, and then with some AI assets, there is just a little bit of AI assets being used for the game itself. The reasons why I'm using a little bit of AI assets is basically all the AI. There's a whole point. I might switch it back. I have the title screen is being used by AI and another thing, but it's supposed to be have a little bit of AI usage, but most of the game, the music is not done by AI. The music I originally was going to do by AI, and then I found something better. So I'm not using AI music. I'm just using somebody else's music throughout the internet. But it is basically the synopsis of the game. The synopsis of the game is you are a student named Vone, or Vone, V-O-N-E, Vone, who goes to Maze Tech, basically. And you are taking a class in the year 2135, pretty much. You're taking a class that's basically done by an AI teacher. You are pretty much, that's how it is. And it's supposed to be that way for a good reason. But you end up end up supposed to be talking about you're watching a movie basically for your class. You're supposed to be watching a movie that was created by the AI teacher, okay? And the AI teacher pretty much basically created the movie, but you actually end up falling asleep dreaming about the movie, and you're basically you fall asleep dreaming in a dream that you're actually in the movie, okay? And that's the whole point. And the movie is basically pretty much you are going to be that RPG Final Fantasy like style of characters from like the NES, the old style 16-bit graphics kind of thing, like that kind of style, 32-bit maybe even then, old style Final Fantasy, basically like Final Fantasy V, pretty much. But it's a solo endeavor, and you are basically somebody that does a lot of has a lot of blunts, uses a lot of blunts for healing, uses pretty much like bad blunts, bombers, utilizing things to heal yourself, getting magic, and stuff. And it's supposed to be AI generated, so it's supposed to be basically a play in on itself, but it's actually in that regard. So it's pretty much basically what I've been working on in it, but there's a lot going on for it in that way. But that's pretty much basically about what is going on and what is being done and being set up for you in all of the aspects of what a game is doing, what is going on in the game, and it's supposed to be pretty much a very bad game in general, because it was created by this AI that basically is really basically, yeah. Anyway, I'm not going into too much more detail than that, but that's what I've been working on. It's supposed to be default RPG Maker MZ assets, so you'll recognize it right away that it's default RPG Maker. But I am defining it utilizing plugins and other things to change it up a little bit to make it somewhat more unique in that way. Ugh. So anyway, I have made some slight mistakes. I do that sometimes where I'm just talking to you guys and then I realize, oh, I need to rotate. We're gonna rotate around though in this roundabout. Anyway, some other things that really so I've been live basically taking my Call of Duty streams and doing those at night now with you guys. So we've been playing a lot of Call of Duty lately. Typically, normally I don't play that on YouTube. Normally I play that on not YouTube, but normally I play that through Trovo and TikTok as the only way that I play, and I do it twice a day, where I'm pretty much live Monday through Friday, Sunday through Friday, pretty much basically 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock start time, for night streams, and then we go pretty much till whenever, like 12, pretty much go till like 12, not 12, we pretty much go until whenever. Mostly we go till 2, but not always. Sometimes I might go till 5, 4, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, but that all depends. And sometimes I don't live stream at all. I didn't live stream last night, because of Fortnite. Like, I don't live stream. I don't live stream because of Fortnite. Fortnite is the only one that pretty much is one of those platforms that I don't like utilizing. I hate Fortnite sometimes when I can't live stream because of stupid copyright issues with YouTube. Luckily I only do I'm not gonna get any issues with Trovo, for instance. I'm not gonna get any issues with TikTok for any length of time on it, because TikTok is one that's covering the process on it, and Trovo basically is like, they're not gonna take me away from live streaming because I illegally listen to some music, or I'm not supposed to, but you know, I don't do it for the intents of, basically I do it for the game, and that's it. I don't literally play other music. I actually do play other music when I'm driving, like at night, because sometimes I will drive at night when I just feel like just wanting to relax and drive. So that's pretty much basically what I do, and pretty much my afternoon streams are pretty much 3 to 4 o'clock start time, and then we stream until pretty much basically till 5:36 at the latest. The only time that I will not be live streaming at that time is Saturdays. I do not live stream every day. Saturday is the day I take off the entirety of streaming, uploading content, putting content up on the internet. I'm gonna shift over here so that these cars can go around me. Typically, trucks are supposed to be on the right hand side of the road, unless you're in UK, or left hand driving. Right hand driving traffic, pretty much. It's like, really? I don't know why they call this right hand drive and the other one left hand drive, but it's whatever for it. So yeah, I pretty much basically find it to be that way. Now, of course, a lot of things that we do when we do drive, you guys probably already noticed the title already. We do talk politics. We are primarily a political channel, political gaming channel, pretty much. We play games. We talk politics. We talk about things that are hot button issues. So don't really think that we're gonna create some drama around here, because that's what happens with it. But mostly it's political related. I have really spent a lot of my time doing political content on a lot of things, and we mostly And sometimes we'll talk about Japan, sometimes we'll talk about other countries and LGBTQ topics as well. Remember, I am somebody that, if you don't want to hear these things, this is not a channel for you. Um, you don't wanna hear it, then don't come to my afternoon streams, because my afternoon streams are specifically for this reason. YouTube is specifically for political content and things. We also do play, sometimes we'll play games like Final Fantasy 13. I will get back into 13 at a later point, because 13 is my pride and joy, that I've been wanting to get back into it, but because I've been working on my game, that's why. Um, but I'm gonna start, maybe this will be probably a little bit to starting the streams for getting into Euro Truck again. But what I'm going to do is, because we're gonna shift it a little bit around for Final Fantasy 13, we're gonna do 13 Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Win Fortnite at night, and then Friday through Monday I'll work on my game in the afternoons, and we will play video games of some Call of Duty at night. So if you want to see that spaced, it's best to be subscribed on my channel. It's always best to hit that bell notification as well, so you can stay up to date, because I do get the you might not always get the notifications if you don't have that notification set up. On that, and it's always great to do it that way. Don't fret if you don't want to watch things or don't want to be around here, but that's basically that is basically how we do a lot of things around here in this game. Now, of course, we do have a little bit of a delay. You know what? I'm just gonna go, because the only thing that I don't like about Europe is right-hand turn. It's like, you cannot do, like, in Europe you have to stop at the stoplight, you have to wait until the light turns green, and then you can turn to the right. I'm like, there needs to be something, like, I understand that, I guess it's more of a safety feature, just to make sure. I don't care, really. It's just one of those things that I've gotten used to over driving here in Europe. Okay. Um, okay. We are heading to Gothenburg, so we need to go that way. And it's literally going to be up here to dropping off the cargo. Now, of course, a new start, guys. It's one of those things where you will have, like, You know what? I'll just choose T. And so now we get a level up. Now, I of course, I will, for, mostly I will start by picking, how I pick my stuff when I do. I will start by looking at, since we're not going to be doing a lot, I don't pick up the ADR stuff until later, for it. I'm going to pick the longer travel distance. Okay, now we have our bank. Okay, we have a bank ready to go within our company. Driver manager. I need to maybe change that up a little bit. Because Maddie's trucking is fine, but we have no owned truck, we have no hired drivers, and no owned trailers. So let's go over to the used market, is where I always like to go. I always like to see what we've got in the used market. Okay. It seems like nothing is, it seems like we have nothing pretty much. Let's go, and think about this, because we're going to be driving this for quite some time until we can get up and going. So I have to really think about, pricing. I always look at spending under 100,000 at the most. So the closest is that Volvo FH3. This one is going over, so we do not want that. We've got a MAN TGX05XL. We also got the Scania Streamline Normal. The other thing that we need to look is we need to go to Truck Explorer. We could go out and drive from others, but I think I love the Iveco S-Way. I really like the electric vehicle. Right now, we would be getting the Scania Streamline, and it would be the normal. And then I can utilize, just seeing that. The other one was the Volvo FH3 Sleeper. I got one. Okay, so we could go with the FH3 Sleeper, and it would be my own trucking job. I did not, I think we can go with the Volvo, that one. I don't know, the only other ones if we go to services, go to no, not Truck Explorer. It's the Scania. We've got the Scania there. Services. Let me go to used trucks again. And we got the MAN trucks, the MAN TGX05, the MAN TGX GN. We got the Euro 6X5 N6, and the Volvo FH3. So pretty much, basically, we can also check the MAN. I don't think I have any at that setup. So let's go over to Services, to Truck Catalog, Truck Explorer. So now we're going to look up the MAN trucks. I don't have all of my mod fully working for... So yeah, the MAN TGX5, it's going to be the XL. Okay, don't have one for that one. Night Truck does not have one for the MAN. I don't think I have one for any of the MAN. I have the Euro 6. Yeah. Yeah, I am so totally totally gonna go down here. And I'm just gonna go down here to the sleeper. And we'll go start here. It's got my trucking logo, the logo that I have set up for it. So in order to go to company, in order to buy this, we have to take out how much is it on the used market though? How much is it on the used market? It's 94 on the used market. Now this is what we've got here just on the used market. We also have truck dealer Iveco. Okay, we got the Iveco active space. Okay, I can also go with Iveco as well, but the Iveco, just to go default, is 140, brand new. We go standard. Standard. And then but I think we will take out the... I went with the Iveco S-Way because that's where we... Do you want to leave the truck dealership? Yes. Okay, we're not going to use the truck dealer. We're going to get a used truck market. Do we have any from Iveco? We have the Iveco S-Space. S-Way Active Space. 460 right there. And it's... This one's got a little bit... It's a little bit more expensive. But I think what we could do is go for this right here. And upgrade from there. So what we would have to do is we'd have to go to services, we'd have to go to used trucks. I mean bank, sorry. It's for 35 days. Okay, so it's 105 is our account balance right now. Maybe we don't buy it. Hold on. We can always repay it right off the bat. Maybe because we need 117. So we won't buy it right away. Yeah, we'll take a quick job. Let's go with the Iveco. Okay, so that just basically tells us what's electric and what's not. Because I want to drive that electric vehicle for a little bit. So that one, so if we... No, let's do this. So that's our first electric vehicle there. We've got another electric vehicle there. Okay, the other one is Copenhagen to Rostock. Yeah, I want to do that one only because I want to take and start driving to driving a full electric. I think I want to start driving a little bit of these early before we start getting into our okay. Okay, we need to change vehicle adjustments. Why to reset, but we go back as far as we can. No. Are we... Whoa! Okay, so this vehicle is really touchy. Jeez. The electric vehicle is really more touchy than the other vehicles. This is... Okay, yeah, no, this is really more touchy. More touch as we go. Like, seriously. I never really check my mail. I rarely ever do. It's like, what's the point? But I actually like the electric vehicle. I just don't um okay. But it's one interesting thing just to drive the electric um things. Like I haven't driven the electric stuff in your truck in ever. So it's like just driving the electric vehicles just to see how SCS has done these electric vehicles. Like I don't think there is any electric vehicles in American truck yet. because I don't think there's any American trucks that are running on electric, completely electric, except for like Tesla, and that's the only one I know of, and that's still not even that's still that's run on. I don't even think that's even run on a human being, to be honest. To be honest, and I just to be honest, I just don't like Tesla in general. For the guy who's running it, will never pretty much own one myself. I won't. You can do what you want to do. You can choose however you decide, but don't let me influence you. You make your own decisions. You have to figure that out on your own. You know, but there are some things that you cannot change, that you cannot change because of what's going on in Japan. Um, Literally, yesterday, um, Japan had decided, recently to increase your, um, taxes in the game, in the departure tax. So basically, you come into Japan, okay, and you're there for 24 hours, you will not have to pay this tax. But if you're in um in there for longer than 24 hours, you will have to pay this departure tax. It used to be like 6 something. Um it's like something, and now it's like it's like 18, 19, 20 something. It's literally right in that ballpark. Um exact I'm not 100% exact. It got a 300% increase. Not really much. It's like the United States. For departing the United States, you have to pay like $23 on leaving the United States, for tax reasons or whatever, um, which is fine. It's not like they're more coming in line with a lot of these other countries. Um, Personally, I actually don't mind the departures tax, to be honest. Like, whatever. Like, you've been there, you're leaving, you spend a little bit more to depart. You're not even gonna really notice it that much because of the way that they have it set up for the game. Um, and the way that they have things set up in the game, not in the game, but in the way that they have set things up. Like, Japan is really notorious for utilizing the taxes really well compared to the United States. Um, you know, the the whole point is most of the money that we spent goes to military, and that's pretty much what we do. And it's like we should be spending more of making sure that we're getting more taxes for the rich instead of the you know more taxes for the rich instead of the rich getting less taxes because they just want more money. That's pretty much all they want. Like like you can have the money all if you have the money you have like $5 trillion. You're not gonna sit there and spend. What are you gonna spend $5 trillion on a year? In a year, like you're not. It's like most things are gonna cost maybe millions to $1 billion for homes, but it's like you own that place now. You don't really have to pay billions of dollars to buy another home. You don't need to have like if you have a home. I will tell you this: if you are somebody that has a home and you have multiple homes, and they're homes in other countries where you do business in, okay, that's different than having like 4 or 5 homes in the United States. Like if you have more than 5 homes in the United States, I, if you have like a couple, like you have a vacation home, you have your normal home, and then a vacation home out somewhere else. That's different than having a vacation home in having a home in, say, Minnesota, and then you have a home in California, you have another home in Texas, then you have another home in 5 different other states. Then it's and you have a 5 yachts, and you don't need 5 yachts. You need maybe 2. I can understand having 2 yachts in case something happens to the first one, but having multiple, like 5 or... Wow. They really... The electric vehicles are really more touchy. Anyway. Anyway, you don't want to be in picking the expensive stuff. Like, you don't need to go out. Like, I will tell you, like, I don't mind spending some money on things, but I will tell you, like, I don't mind spending $70 on a video game. $80 is pushing that video game, is pushing it. Any higher than $80 for a brand new video game, I would not, for $70, I would not buy it, truthfully. With the exception of Call of Duty. Call of Duty is one of those exceptions to the rule. Um, where I won't spend, with the exception of Call of Duty. Call of Duty, I spent $100. I get basically the first season that normally costs like $30 for Black Cell, and you get like 80, and it's like cost $70 for Call of Duty. Like, okay, $70 plus 30 is basically basically $100. So you all are already spending what you would normally spend if you spend 70. Now, of course, if you did get the game on sale for 50, um, on sale, I will be upgrading to getting the blacks, to getting the upgrade this game as soon as I can be able to get the fun money, the money to upgrade on my PlayStation. I will upgrade it at some point. For but to be honest, spending money on shoes, like, I don't mind spending on two I don't mind spending $100 on a pair of shoes that will last me that'll last for a while. I don't mind spending on shoes like that. Like, I don't mind spending on some things where I don't mind spending like $10, $15 on things. Like, to be honest, like clothing, I will not go more than pretty much for shoes. Like I said, I will probably not go more than $150 pretty much, basically, for me. Um, it depends on the shoe, depends on the way that the shoe is manufactured, or the way that how the shoe is built. But that's about it. When it comes to shorts, no more than 20, $30 at the most. For shorts, shorts. Um, Pants, no more than 40 for pants. Shirts, no more than, for me, no more than $20, $30. On a t-shirt, if it's a long sleeve t-shirt, then I would probably spend $10 more on it, kind of thing. Like, I really am conscious about how I spend my money. And I wouldn't spend... and I wouldn't spend more than, for sweatshirts and stuff, same thing. I won't spend more than pretty much basically for long sleeve shirts. 40, 50, 50 bucks might be, but 50 bucks is kind of where pushing it. And then coats, I will not spend no more than $80 on a coat unless it's a full suit, like unless it's like a snowsuit. Then I will spend more. Then I'll spend a little bit more on it. I would be willing to spend more than a little bit more on it because it's a full suit, because it's costing a little bit more of that material. Um, I'd spend like maybe $100 to $120 on the snowsuit, but even then, like, if there's something a little bit cheaper out there, I will try to find it sometimes. Um, and then if I am looking at pants, pants, I will usually put $50 on pants unless they're jeans. Um, unless they're jeans, tend to pants are tend to be 40 unless they're jeans, and I put 50 um, for it, because it's like you don't need to really spend a whole lot of money on things. Like, you don't need to spend $2,000-$3,000 on a coat when a $500 coat's going to be a lot better than that $2,000 coat. It's like, why? It's like, why spend $2,000 on a pair of shoes? Why spend $2,000 on a pair of shoes when you can spend $100 on a pair of shoes? Why spend more on articles of clothing and things less to spend less money? Um, don't spend less, don't spend more when you could be utilizing more money on other things. The computer, it's like, you don't need to go out and buy the fanciest computer known to man. You don't need to go buy a $5,000 computer to play video games. You don't. But you also right now, with the technology portion of the tech going on right now, spending $5,000 is like, kind of would be like more believable today. Wouldn't care if you spend $5,000 today, because that RAM to really be honest, spending on the RAM, like, I don't like that RAM prices are like $500 for RAM now these days, and things are getting increased in RAM on all this. It's like Nvidia. I don't trust Nvidia right now. It's not saying I have a brand loyalty to AMD or Nvidia or whatever. But if I find that AMD, I'm always like, if I always go with AMD, I'm always going to try to pair it with a AMD GPU and a CPU, because they're going to be better working together than that they're going to be better working together than just buying a computer that uses Nvidia. Like, I don't care. I'm not loyal to AMD. I'm not loyal to Nvidia or loyal to Intel, because I will tell you, I am loyal to pretty much, basically, um I don't have brand loyalty to a brand, except for um you know um I'll probably have brand loyalty towards Linux, of course. Um, I I'm not a loyalty brand of I'm not loyal to Windows. I'm not loyal to um to Xbox. I'm more loyal to PlayStation than I am loyal to Xbox. But if PlayStation had done some things that I don't like, um, if I don't, if I have like a brand loyalty to a company, I will take that brand loyalty and um, you know, I'm not gonna be angry if some company does something bad on their thing. It's like, the thing is like, I used to be somebody that used to be a full-on Microsoft person. You guys are now watching this game, watching me play Euro Truck Simulator on on a Bazite, on Linux. I absolutely put the brand loyalty between Linux or Windows. I will pick Linux right now. Like, I'm going to be loyal to Linux more now than I've been to Windows. Why? You know, I don't care. Um I'm going to pick based on um based on that. Um Now, let's go um see if we got any more electric vehicles on hand. Okay, we do not. Let's go to catalog. Used trucks. Let's see if we got any new. Oh, so got nothing really has changed much. See, I would like to go to the Iveco S-Way active space, but we would have to get 17. We'd have to get at least $17 to get the truck in any way, shape, or form. But it does look like we do not have trip time is 16. I want to try and do 2 Stantonberger. And Hagen. That's going into Sweden. That's going to Sweden. Let's look up. Okay, let's go to job, quick job. So if it's in Strassenberger, is Sweden. Copenhagen. Okay, so let's look up FAL. Now, of course, we have to do this through these here for it to count. So it's Um, okay. Um, that's an 8-hour trip time. We don't need 8-hour trips. Um, okay. Um, I always like to do the price per distance. Okay, yeah, no. I always like to do the price per distance. What are we gonna get what's the best price? What's the best distance? And this is gonna be what we'll take. Okay. This will be our last haul for the day. These are gonna be short hauls for the first little while. So we will see a little bit of different driving in different points, different areas. Um, okay. And we're taking a double trailer. Nice. Um, I like being up here in the Nordic area. So I picked up the Nordic Horizons area because that's the um newest thing for you guys. Nordic Horizons has changed a lot. The Nordic areas. The we're gonna have some things be coming in to to Eurotruck. We have Ireland, Iceland. Iceland's gonna be probably the next one that's gonna be there, and then I think there's one other country. I think those are the two. Um, Coming in for Eurotruck, and then American truck we have South Dakota, Illinois, and British Columbia are coming. So we know that they're starting to branch out from America. From the United States, which I'm glad that they're starting to get into Canada. I'm glad that they're starting to get into areas like that. I am somebody that really likes the American experience. And I love driving just right now. Um, right now, I am happy with the game of American Truck. I don't have all the states. I'm still missing Iowa, Missouri, Kansas. I know I'm missing Illinois, Louisiana. And I'm missing another state as well in there. I'm missing 5 states. Um, through it all. So I pretty much got a lot of the states, quote unquote, almost fully situated. I don't stick to driving in one place or another. I will drive wherever the game takes me. We go and we explore. I am somebody that does not stick into one location or one area for too long. I will usually stick around certain areas for a little while, but it's like, why stay around? Why go around and pick one state or pick one place and then just plant yourself and just have your company out in that location? You have a vast place of exploring. You know, I pretty much use a whole lot of mods. Like I said, the mods that I particularly use, I have 150 some odd mods. I have 163 mods now, compared to what I used to have. You know, and I fixed the problem. I started a whole new profile with all these mods in place, and guess what? I have no issues now. I am pretty sure what the issue was previously was me being on a stupid corrupted profile that I had from way back when. So I basically said, you know what? I just started a new one, and we're going. And I'll absolutely love the game itself. Like just relaxing driving, going from point A to point B. Pretty much basically an American truck. I pretty much have more cities for every pro mods and more cities for every state available in the game that I can possibly get it for. Which pretty much I have everything. They don't have more cities is not available everywhere. And I have Beyond. Basically I just use Beyond for that, and then everything else. I used to use pro mod. I used to use the Reforma for Mexico, but I can't use that right now because I'm missing DLC for a lot of things. So I'm basically just going back to utilizing more cities Beyond and pro mods for that one. But everything you guys can receive goes directly to GMC community. They do amazing work. They're the ones that are bringing the mods, working in tandem with everything. So if you don't want to do that, you don't want to have a lot of mods, just using pro mods, use pro mods here for it, and you'll have a lot of driving to do here in Europe compared to America. But if you're in America, you can get more cities and pro mods, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine with it, and you'll have great time. Like, you can drive from point A to point B, relaxing and enjoying the scenery, listening to your favorite podcast, listening to me, listening to, you name the country, you name the thing you want to do with it. It really is fantastic in the game like this. Now, of course, I don't pick a game, I don't pick a country, I don't pick a I don't really pick a country that much, but I do pick a country. For Europe, I pick a country where I am mostly going to have a business based on LGBTQ standpoint. But other than that, I pretty much will just travel in these countries. But if I stick to that country for where I put my business directly in, that's where I will do it. And we're going to do this same thing again. We are going to utilize different truck styles. We're going to try and do a whole bunch of different trucks, different availabilities here. Unlike in America, where I will be using the international. I only use international in America because I just wanted to stick to one company up there, but it's that way. But anyway, it's like I want to be able to go to Japan, but they have Project Japan, but Project Japan does not work with pro mods and stuff. So I was like, do I want to go do Project Japan? Do I just want to drop all the mods and go to Project Japan? Or do I just want to stick to utilizing a lot of these mods and go to Africa, go to Middle East, go to pretty much basically anywhere that you can think of? Now, of course, I don't go everywhere in Europe or Asia. I am not going to Russia. It's the one country that I will not go to. I have specifically given myself to pretty much pick countries that are, the only reason why I'm not going to Russia and adding the Russian stuff is because I just don't want to be somebody that's out there saying I support Russia. No, look, I want to be frank with you. Russia used to be a mod that I was part of Russia. One of the mods that I really wanted to bring into, wanting to get into, but SCS basically said with the Russian-Ukraine war, they picked a side and they basically said we're just not going to release it, and because of what's going on right now, so they just grabbed Heart of Russia. I'm pretty sure they could have had the Heart of Russia would have been done, but they was like, nope, we're just not going to deal with it. But I think they should have still released it anyways, whether political sentiment or not. Like, I'm like, people are gonna mod the game. People mod to add Russia now. I pretty much gave up on Russia because for that reason, but that's not why. If they had released it traditionally within the game, I would have said, okay, fine. I'm not gonna be angry or mad at this company, at SCS, for it. SCS is a game company that's been around for quite some time now. You know, if any of you remember, SCS has done amazing things. Like, I actually didn't realize this, that I did try a game back in the day for 18 wheeler or whatever. I think it was one of the trucking games back in the day when I was a kid. I went and tried the game on a demo on one of the freaking laptops on at a like a Walmart or something, or one of those places that allows you to check things, and I basically played a game. I didn't realize it was SCS that started it, but I pretty much basically after that I didn't really touch any trucking games or simulation games like that until pretty much until 2013, basically, or whenever Euro Truck Simulator 2 started coming out on the scene. I had basically started this and playing this game for pretty much, basically, I was playing on a mouse and keyboard at the time. You know, that I didn't have a controller, I didn't have anything. I was just playing this on a Intel integrated laptop, and I was having fun. And today, now I am using a controller, and playing through the Nordic Horizons. It's come a long way for SCS, and trust me, it's one of those things. Nice, level 3. I'm gonna pick a high-value cargo there, and then I'll do eco-driving later. I want to be able to get a little bit further ahead, and so I want to be able to start with those. We'll start basically. I do like an all-arounder. No. So we cannot drive yet. We still got a little bit there. I still want to get this Iveco S-Way active space right there. I know it's got a little bit of damage, but a little bit wear on the vehicle is fine. Like, I can borrow up to 100, so I just need to maybe go for a couple of more to getting my own vehicle, but I don't think I really want to do that yet. It's like in this one you don't want to go for it right away. If you're in American truck, you might as well. not go for it directly either. Basically, I would say try to get up to level 4 or level 5 for your truck before you come jumping directly straight in. Um, anyway, um, I know there was a couple of things that I wanted to really get into today, for political content. But tomorrow I think we will get into it tomorrow. Um, um, within it, within a lot of things, but I do, um, the things that I was going to get into today, but I was going to get into talking about, Trump and those things about him being basically potentially starting World War III, and then there was like a thing where I was reading, just as a quick, before we get off, is, that Trump was gonna basically go and conquer Greenland, and then he's backtracked into conquering Greenland. I'm pretty sure he's probably gonna go back to conquering Greenland, going to say he's gonna conquer Greenland again. Basically, we can never take his word on it, whether he's gonna attack Greenland or not. We cannot put trust in him to say the things that he's going to do. To say those things compared to what he's doing. There has been some articles of impeachment being set for Kristi Noem, and some other people, out there for those things, but that's not going to do anything when ICE basically, there's probably going to be somebody worse than Kristi Noem being put into place, because you cut Kristi Noem off, you're basically, all you're doing is just going to, somebody else is going to take her place even worse. And I have a feeling, but we'll see if what happens with it. You know, the world is not really liking us right now. The rest, like our allies, Canada, taking away from the United States, making it harder for us in the United States. It's like they're working with China now. They're working with other countries. They're going to basically maybe start getting their electric vehicles up there. To be honest, there is a $5,000 electric vehicle electric vehicle being produced in China that we could probably have here in America, but no, because we have a lot of safety standards. And I understand we need to have a lot of safety standards. We need to make sure that people are being safe and stuff. But at the same time, there's a lot of other things going on, and that's what they're going to have. And there's a lot of other places around the world that on a lot of these things, like there's a lot of countries. Greenland's not liking us. You know, there's Denmark. You name a country, they probably dislike us now. That have been an ally for us for a long time now have probably disregarded us as an ally and not really liking us for what it is, for what we're doing. You know. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there for today, because I know I need to get off, because it is that time. We have basically showed you guys how to get into showing you the starting of a company. There will be a video coming out about 8 o'clock, basically in a couple hours, 2.5 hours, that will show you the in and outs of what we're doing for this season, for 2026, and what mods we're going to be utilizing. Are we going to fully upgrade and integrate? Yes, we will start upgrading when things go, and we'll probably run through the process again. But I probably won't do a long video like that again, just because I'll probably just do something where I'll show you the mods that we're utilizing, showing you guys how just to automatically start a company and just going within the things like that. But anyway, so let's go and save this game. We will save this over today. As you guys know, I already had a previous file saved. I always will save the file under one. I always save it like this. I always will say 2022 2026 with live in front of it. Live basically says we did this live. This is just me basically saying, hey, I'm not gonna, this just means that I played this. Live means, LLY. What? What do you mean? What do you mean? Anyway, but the only reason why I had hashtag Japan for today, is because of the departure tax. That if you are flying into or going to Japan, just note that you will be paying a little bit more on that. Not much. It's not like you're going to pay $100 more on your ticket. It's just going to be, if you depart, you're going to be paying somewhere about $18, $19, $20, somewhere right around that price range. It used to be at 6 something, but it's going to be a little bit more than what it is now. So just be aware of that. When you are traveling there, we know, and stuff. So just be mindful that when you travel to Japan, that's what you're going to be doing. But some other things that I want to share with you guys is that we probably should get off. So make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe. Make sure you guys hit that bell notification while you're here on YouTube. Because if you don't hit that bell notification with y'all, you're not going to get notified when I do go live. And you don't do this on your phone, okay? Don't do this on your phone. Make sure you do it on a computer, and then hit that bell notification with the all, so you can get that notification that I've gone live. Because I know you don't want to have a lot of notifications on your phone. That's the best way to do it. To making sure that you get all the notifications that way. That's the best way to do it. If you're watching here on Trovo or TikTok, make sure you guys hit that follow. It is greatly appreciated. Make sure you guys share out the stream whenever you can. But anyway, we will catch you guys in the next one. You guys will also see probably a short, but I'm not going to do the short today. I will probably do upload the short tomorrow or something on Fortnite, for a thing that you guys can see on that little short about a cool way to win with the stick of truth. So anyway, we'll catch you guys later.